with facial cupping, you'll always want some oil on your face. You want a generous amount of oil, not too much that it's slipping too much, but definitely enough that you're not going to get any pulling from the facial cups at all. So in order to start, we are going to apply some oil to the skin. I am using Sacred Calm, but you can use whatever oil you would like. So for this, we are going to apply it to the face and the neck. And we're going to start with the large cups. So with facial cupping, there's two different ways of doing it. So in certain areas of the face, we are going to glide. So in order to create the suction on the face, you are going to squeeze the cup, apply it to the skin, and glide. And then when we get to the ending position, you're going to squeeze the cup again and release. When we are working the neck, because we are working on stimulating the lymphatic system in the neck, like opening up all of the lymph nodes, which if you'd like to learn more about this, I have lots of information and audio recordings on my website that you can listen to and learn. It is extremely fascinating, and the lymphatic system is directly related to skin health, acne, aging, every single thing related to your skin. Is impacted by the health of the lymphatic system. So we want to make sure that the lymphatic system is nice and healthy in order to achieve healthy skin. So the neck, when we are doing it, we're going to do what's called pulsating movements. So a pulsating movement is basically squeezing it. So we're pulsating. So we're starting, letting go, starting, letting go, squeezing, letting go, squeezing, letting go, squeezing, letting go. So instead of that like glide, see, this is why we anchor the skin. Instead of that glide, we are pulsating. So in, squeeze, let go, squeeze, let go, squeeze, let go, squeeze, let go. Okay, so we are going to start with the neck, and we're going to start right underneath the ear. So for the neck, if you have a generous amount of oil on, we can use both cups at the same time. But when we get to the face, only one cup at a time because we want to anchor. Okay, so we're going to take the cup and we're going to squeeze it, and it's going to go directly kind of like right behind underneath the ear on either side, and we are going to pulsate down the neck. Okay, so each area that we do along the neck, we're going to do 3 times. So we're going to do that exact same position again. And go down, right to the collarbone. There's a lot of lymph nodes on the collarbone here. So when you come down the neck, like go right over the collarbone there so that we're stimulating that area too. And again. And while you're doing this, make sure you breathe. So now we're going to come just in front of the ear, and we're going to do that exact same thing again. So pulsating down the neck, right to the collarbone. And again. And as you're doing this, take nice, big, long, deep breaths in and out. And now we're going to come just under the jaw, on either side of the middle of the neck. Some people will go over the middle of the neck. I don't recommend it. Your thyroid is here. So we just want to respect that and not go right over it. If you are someone who gets fluid retention under the neck here, you can go like kind of right underneath the neck, bringing that fluid to the skin. Or sorry, bringing that fluid to the chin. because then once we bring that fluid there, we're going to move it once we get to the jaw. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to start working the face. So put one of the large facial cups down, and we're going to have the other facial cup. So we are going to start at the chin, and basically what we're going to do is work one side of the face at a time, starting in the middle of the face and working our way out to the hairline. So we're going to start with the jaw line here. So we're going to go along, and we're going to anchor the skin as we go. And onto the chin and up, anchoring. As this increases the circulation of the skin, you might notice some redness occurring in the skin. That's perfectly fine. You can see my chin getting red here. You actually want that. So that's the blood flow coming to the surface of the skin, bringing nutrients and oxygen to the skin. It's really beneficial. The redness won't hang around, so don't worry about that. Now we're going to come to the side of the mouth and over to the cheek. Now beside the nose, and same thing, out to the hairline. We are not going underneath the eye with the large cup. The skin of the eye area is just way too delicate, so we don't want to be pulling that in any way. So just right underneath, like where your eye bone is here. So we're just going beside the nose over to the cheek and completely avoiding that eye area. When we move to the little cups, we will focus on the eye area, so just don't worry about that for now. So now we're going to move to the other side of the face and do the same thing. So on the bottom of the jawline here, anchoring. Remember to breathe. And along the chin, up to the base of the ear. Beside the lips. Under the eye, but not over the eye. Okay, so now that the lower part of the face is done, we are going to come in between the eyebrows, squeeze. Sometimes it's hard to get suction here. Like if we don't have much skin there, it's hard to get suction. So this might take you a couple of tries. I've been doing facial cupping for 5 years now, and I still sometimes have trouble suctioning on, so just try your best, and the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. So we're just moving straight up into the hairline. And this is the only move that we'll be doing going vertical. So all of the rest of the movements on the forehead now will be going horizontally. So we're going to start in the middle of the forehead again, anchor, and go over the eyebrow. Right into the hairline. As close to the hairline as we can get. And middle of the forehead, just above where we worked. So we want to be covering the entire surface area. And the top of the forehead, if you have a higher set forehead like me. If you have a smaller forehead, you can probably just get away with like 2 rows instead of the 3 like me. So, other side, we're doing the same thing. Make sure that you're getting a nice good suction. Middle of the forehead. Again, over to the temple. On the forehead, we're always ending with the suction ending at the temple. Okay, so now you can come to the top of the forehead And we're coming all the way down the hairline, pulsating, just like we did on the neck. And we're bringing that right down the neck to the collarbone. Okay, so starting in the middle of the forehead, following the hairline all the way down. Pulsating all the way down to the collarbone. If you feel like you're pulling your skin at any point, just make sure that you're anchoring it. And now to do the other side. Pulsating all the way down. To the collarbone. And one more time. And remember to breathe. Good. So now we're going to put the large one down, and we're going to take the smaller one, and we're going to do the eye area. So again, one side at a time so that we can anchor. Okay, so with the small one, we're going not directly underneath the eye, but we're following this like the eye socket. So kind of just on top of that bone where the eye socket is, and we are doing our pulsating movements. So no continuous movement here. Okay, so pulsating just along that bone, bringing it over to the temple. You'll notice that the suction on this is much, much less than the big cup, and that is what we want. The eye area just has such thin, delicate skin that we do not want too much suction in this area. Okay, and now you can do that same thing just underneath the brow bone, pulsating from just below the eyebrow over to the temple. And again. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. Remember to anchor. Time. And now just under the eyebrow. Good. Remember to breathe. And last time. Good. So now the eyes are done, and the very last step of this routine is to do around the lips. So we are going to trace the outside of the lips in the same way that we just did with the eye, in a pulsating motion. So by pulsating, we're going to help plump the lips. So I'm going to do the bottom lip first. And anchor if you need to. So you're going along the lips right where if you're to be putting like lip liner on to trace the outside of your lips, that is where we are doing it. Okay, so you can almost see like some plumping there if you look in the mirror. So now we're going to do the top lip, one side at a time. So we're going to start in the middle here where the crease is, and we're going to work our way out to the corners of the lips. So one side at a time, pulsating and breathing. And the other side. Perfect. And that is your facial cupping routine. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I am happy to help in any way that I can. Thank you.